Hey everyone, big news is shaking the crypto world today. We're talking about PI Network. PI just hit a major milestone. It's now listed on Kraken. Yes, you heard that correctly. Kraken, one of the biggest and most respected exchanges out there. This is a massive development for PI and for its dedicated community. PI Network has been on a long journey. So many people have been mining PI right from their mobile phones. This Kraken listing is a huge step. It brings PI into the spotlight. It exposes PI to a much wider audience. More eyes are on PI Network now than ever before in its history. Now this isn't just any listing. We're talking about Kraken Pro. That's Kraken's platform for advanced traders. Instead, Kraken Pro has listed PI perpetual futures. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. So for those who might be wondering, what exactly is PI Network? PI Network has a simple yet ambitious goal. It wants to make cryptocurrency mining accessible to everyone. You don't need powerful, expensive computers. You don't need technical expertise. All you need is your smartphone. That's the revolutionary idea behind PI. The project launched a few years ago, and it quickly gained a massive following. Millions of people from all over the world joined. They call themselves pioneers. These pioneers participate by tapping a button on the PI Network app on their phones. This is their way of mining PI tokens. The ultimate vision is to create a decentralized digital currency, one that is for everyday people, by everyday people. For a while now, PI Network has been in what's called an enclosed mainnet. This phase means that the PI tokens, the ones mined by users, they aren't freely tradable on most exchanges. Users can use their PI within certain applications built on the PI ecosystem. This news is a huge step towards that goal. Alright, so PI is now on Kraken Pro. But what exactly are these perpetual futures? It's not the same as buying PI coins directly. Perpetual futures are a type of financial derivative. Think of them as a special kind of contract. This contract tracks the price of PI without you needing to hold the actual PI tokens. These contracts are called perpetual for a reason. They don't have an expiration date. This means traders can hold their positions for as long as they choose to. These futures allow you to speculate on the future price direction of PI. Do you think PI's price will go up? You can open a long position. Do you believe it will go down? You can short it. This listing of PI perpetual futures on Kraken Pro is a really big deal. It marks PI Network's first appearance on a major, well-respected derivatives platform. Even if it's not a full spot listing yet, this is a major milestone. Now let's talk about the big question. What happened to PI's price after this huge announcement? Following the Kraken Pro listing announcement on May 23, 2025, something interesting happened. PI's price actually experienced a dip. It dropped by around 5.33% in the 24 hours after the news. The price hovered around 77 cents. This might seem a bit strange, right? Good news usually means price pumps. But in crypto, we often see buy the rumor, sell the news events. It's possible some traders took profits. Earlier in May 2025, PI did see a brief rally. Its price surged, touching $1.57 for a short time. However, it has pulled back significantly since that peak. Some reports say it's down about 10%. Others suggest a larger drop, around 50% from that May high. So the immediate market reaction wasn't a massive price explosion. This doesn't mean the listing isn't important. Market reactions are complex. The long-term impact of this listing, that's what truly matters for PI Network and its community of pioneers. We need to observe the trends carefully. Section 5. Trading with power. Understanding leverage and its risks. The new PI perpetual futures on Kraken Pro, they come with a very powerful feature, a feature called leverage. Traders using Kraken Pro can access up to 20 times leverage. So, what exactly does this mean for you? In simple terms, leverage allows you to trade with more money than you actually have in your trading account. This can significantly amplify your potential profits if the market moves in your favor. But, and this is a very big but, leverage is a classic double-edged sword. Yes, it can magnify your profits, but it can also magnify your losses just as quickly and just as dramatically. With 20 times leverage, even a small price movement, if it goes against your position, can lead to a rapid loss of your initial investment. This type of trading is considered high risk. It's definitely not recommended for beginners. Traders need to exercise extreme caution, especially when dealing with leveraged financial products. Always trade responsibly. Section 6. Big players watching, PI and institutional interest. This move by Kraken to list PI perpetual futures is a really significant event. It signals something very important for the project. It suggests that institutional interest in PI network might be starting to grow. Kraken Pro is not just for retail traders, it's a platform designed for serious professional traders and for financial institutions. Them deciding to add PI products indicates they see potential demand or underlying value in the PI project. This is undoubtedly a positive development for PI network. It adds a new layer of credibility and legitimacy to the project. Having PI-based derivatives available on a major regulated US-based exchange like Kraken opens up new doors. It brings PI to the attention of a different kind of audience, an audience that includes more established, traditional investors. This could be very beneficial for PI in the long run, potentially attracting more capital. However, it's also important to keep things in perspective. While this is a great step, PI Network has not yet secured spot listings on the leading global spot exchanges. The Kraken futures listing is a significant milestone, but it's not the final destination. We'll have to wait and see. Section 7. Challenges on the horizon: centralization and regulatory hurdles. Despite this exciting news from Kraken, there are still some underlying concerns that continue to surround PI Network. One of the most frequently discussed issues is the question of decentralization. How truly decentralized is the PI network? Some reports and analyses have suggested that a significant portion of the total PI token supply, perhaps around 60% or even more, is controlled by the core development team. This naturally raises some questions. True decentralization is a cornerstone of the cryptocurrency philosophy. It means there's no single point of control or a single point of failure. If a large percentage of tokens are concentrated in the hands of a few, it can lead to legitimate fears about potential market manipulation or concerns regarding the project's overall governance structure. This is an area the PI network team will likely need to address transparently to build wider trust and encourage mass adoption. Another potential challenge lies in geographical risk. The community will be watching. Section 8. The voice of the pioneers community reacts to Kraken listing. So, what's the vibe within the PI community? What do the pioneers think? From all the buzz we're seeing online, there is a tremendous amount of excitement. The news about the PI perpetual futures listing on Kraken Pro has been met with widespread enthusiasm and a great deal of renewed optimism. This reaction is certainly understandable. For many long-term PI supporters, this Kraken listing feels like a form of validation. Having a major reputable exchange like Kraken recognize PI network in such a significant way serves as a huge morale booster. The community is now anticipating increased trading volume for PI and generally more market activity surrounding the token. They view this as a very positive step, a step towards greater mainstream adoption and wider recognition of PI's potential. Social media platforms are absolutely buzzing with this news. PI network forums and community groups are filled with lively discussions and debates. A balanced sense of optimism is always key. Section 9. PI's next chapter: opportunities and uncertainties ahead. So let's wrap this up. The listing of PI Network perpetual futures on Kraken Pro is a landmark event for the project. There's no doubt about that. It brings a whole new level of visibility to PI and provides access to a much broader audience, particularly within the important US market. This strategic move by Kraken definitely adds a layer of credibility to PI and offers sophisticated new tools for traders to engage with and speculate on PI's price movements. However, the path forward for PI Network is not entirely smooth or clear-cut. A degree of skepticism still remains in some corners of the crypto community, especially regarding PI's actual performance in the spot market, should it become widely available. The token has demonstrated significant volatility, and some analysts argue it has underperformed, particularly when compared to other projects during what has been a generally bullish crypto market cycle. The recent price dip post-listing underscores these ongoing uncertainties. For traders, this new listing on Kraken Pro presents both potential risks and exciting opportunities. More bearish or skeptical traders might now use these new leveraged instruments to open short positions against PI. This could potentially exert downward pressure on its price. The vibrant PI community is clearly hopeful, but the future for PI Network holds both immense promise and significant challenges. Only time will truly tell what PI's ultimate fate will be.